X-Drive saved my asshole. Oh.
All right.
Holy shit. Wow. Hey Queens, welcome back to Gears and Queers. I'm Jake.
I'm Chris.
And today you join us inside a 2019 BMW M550i because it is absolutely dismal outside.
Today we're going to show you guys around this car and talk about why this just might be the most confusing car in BMW's lineup.
So, 2019 BMW M550i, which isn't even as much of a mouthful as BMW names get these days. So, this is a bit of a confusing car in BMW's lineup.
This is like not quite M5,
but far and away from like a 540. We've got a 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. How much horsepower?
456 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah, a seriously overboosted BMW V8, typical torque monster, goes like crazy, and a fantastic ZF 8-speed automatic that shifts quite swiftly.
The one we know and love.
Yes. And this is X-Drive.
This is X-Drive, but it's not the M-specific one that you get in the M5.
So you can't decouple the rear or do drifts.
No drift mode here.
What's
just
the point?
Regular traction
Yeah.
for us plebeians out there.
But the thing is, with this size of this car and how fucking fast it is, like, I think you want the assurance of X-Drive. How do we feel about the interior?
You know, this is a very expensive car, and this one's like equipped very well with a lot of luxury features. Like, we have the executive package, we have like soft closed doors, ventilated seats. Like,
this is
all
nearly a
these crazy
$90,000 car.
Like almost $89,000 here. But, and I think this is kind of a theme among BMWs, is that the interior design is a little bit, I mean, it's constant among all of the models. So
right.
Like, I don't know if this feels like twice as great as a 3 Series, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, it's very obviously different. You've got like the quilting in the seats, you've got like the stitched dashboard, the stitched airbag cover.
But as soon as you get like up here, like the dash material,
that's Sensatech.
For $88,000. What did we discover in the back?
Manual child locks. I was sitting in the back seat because I was like trying to figure out like, you know, camera angles and stuff like that, and I got stuck back there. I was like, Jake, please save me.
I let him sweat it just for a little bit.
He let me sit there for a minute.
This, you know, really isn't our bag. We don't do visor tests, but $88,000, and this doesn't even go back. There's nothing else here. Like, this feels like it's made of, you know, cardboard. It's
There's probably some like built to a price.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
In this car. I think if you had like a nicely spec'd 530 or 540, you'd be great. You'd be happy with it.
You'd probably be getting the exact same interior.
We're in the upper echelons of the 5 Series
exactly,
range, so
exactly.
that is, you're starting to like.
We're still talking about like your like mass
you're in
production
7 Series
line.
territory.
Exactly.
And so now you're like.
But we're not in M Series territory. You know, we're not going to get an Alcantara headliner. We're not going to get all that. We do get some nice wheels though. And some nice brakes.
The wheels are pretty beautiful, honestly.
Yeah.
And we've got the, I mean, this is an M Performance model, so you do have like the M brakes.
And we got some serious carbon on this car.
Lots of carbon. This car has a lot of different carbon options too. So we've got like the mirror covers, the front splitter, the rear splitter, lip spoiler.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You can see here on the window sticker that the rear splitter cost $2,280. So it better be real.
My least favorite part about modern BMWs is here and present and annoying. Auto stop start.
Bane of my existence.
Their system is the worst on the market. It's so intrusive and it's so the opposite of smooth.
You know what is actually kind of interesting though? This car is like rated at 18 city and 25 highway.
Like, who's it helping with a 4.4 liter twin turbo, nearly 500 horsepower V8? You're getting 0.5% more, like, you know, saved fuel with that system. Come on.
I mean, I get why they do it, but
I get it in cramped urban environments, but
it just,
for the love of God.
How is that? I mean, we're talking like 2 hot V turbos in this car, and you're just like shutting it on and off all the time. I'm like,
yeah. The thing is, some of the things you do get on this car that are nice come as options. So, you know,
such as the German way.
I mean, you've got the sticker sheet right there. Let's
take a peek. So the driving assistance plus package, $1,700. Luxury seating
So basically
package,
a bunch of beeps. Got it.
Lots of beeps, $1,700. luxury seating package. That's your ventilated front seats and front massaging seats.
I'm getting a back massage right now. Chris is getting a very vigorous lower body massage. So, you know.
Touching my butt. Parking assistance package, the thing will park itself, $700. Soft closed doors, that's in the executive package. The digital cluster, $1,100.
The digital cluster is very nice.
It is very nice. We like her. She renders the graphics crisply.
Yes, she does.
Premium package 2, heads-up display, gesture control. Which,
love the heads-up display because I literally just thought to myself, how fast am I going on this road and what's the speed limit right ahead of you? I'm not used to that. It's great.
Right in front of you. But yes, one of the gimmicky things on this car that was like, ooh, when that came out was the gesture control.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you use it once and you forget about it.
Yeah. No, it's literally, you know what that feature is? It's literally just like lease inspiration. You walk out on the lot and then a salesperson comes out and goes, you know what's fun? Check this out. And that gets, I bet you that nets 75% of customers like,
and you'll never use it.
And never use it.
Never. One thing that really does bother me a lot about not just the specific car, but the way that BMW treats their options. Like, up until very recently, Apple CarPlay was a subscription-based service for BMWs. Like, you have to pay for it every year. And
which,
then,
again,
you can get a
$90,000.
You can get a Kia,
$90,000?
like a Forte that has Apple CarPlay for like
crazy.
20. Like, that blows my mind. And then, like, a lot of the features that, I mean, granted, this car started at about like 74,000 and then ballooned up to 89. All that 15 is like stuff that you would just kind of expect the car to have.
Exactly.
So it is well equipped, but damn.
But I mean, that's what we expect from BMW, right? I mean, that's just sort of their bag.
Yeah, but like,
it doesn't make it okay. It is a very nice car, though.
It is gorgeous.
The Harman Kardon system is great, you know, and it's just that it's sort of that expected. It's almost that expected like ease of use of a BMW. Like, you expect everything to fall to hand and work. I don't necessarily mean mechanically in the engine and all that. Like, we know this thing drinks oil, but I just mean all the tech and everything seems very well placed and very well put together.
You get, when we hopped in this car and it was just like, all right, like there was no learning curve with driving.
Yeah, it's not too
very
bad.
Comfortable, very intuitive.
iDrive is still the best interface in the game. Like, that is why I'm just so, like, it's impressive, of course, but it's, you know, it's like a $4,000 computer. Its speed is impressive, but at the end of the day, you know it's just doing its job, and it's not really something that you take that much mind of.
Right.
It gets you where you need to be, and like as a leather-lined missile, which isn't that what the M5 is? That's why I'm so confused by this car.
Yeah, I mean, like, this car is a good car. Like, it's a great performer. It is fast. It is capable. It is so many things, but it is overshadowed by its big brother.
On the subject of this being like an executive class missile, I would be hard pressed to find something more perfect for road trips.
I think that would be this car's like reason to exist.
Yeah.
Is you have, I mean, especially as equipped, you've got ventilated seats, heated seats. These are so comfortable. The massage,
Infinitely
like,
adjustable also.
You can, yeah, you've got the headrests, the back of the seat. These are the M contour seats or the multi-contour seats. Like,
honey, she's going
honey, what
every
can't
which
you
way.
adjust? Like, this would be a fantastic road trip companion, and without the guilt of an M5.
Will she align your spine? Probably not. Will she give you a massage? Yes. Will she help you forget about the troubles of the day? Maybe.
Until you hit the dealer service department.
I was about to say, until the warranty runs out.
No. Until the lease expires.
Yeah, go for the 1-year lease. The thing is, though, I've noticed this in a lot of BMWs, especially modern ones. I feel like the interiors begin to encroach more and more on the space, and they hide it very well. So my question is, can we sit behind ourselves in this car? Well, do you have enough room?
I do. I'm actually quite comfortable back here.
See,
Aside
I just feel cramped. I mean, like, again, I'm big. That's like how I would sit if I was driving. But like, this is, when did the 5 Series get small?
Just chop your legs off. You'll be fine.
I know. We'll get over it. We do have heated seats back here, so
We do.
I can make a lot of things work.
It is quite comfortable, and we have the peasant blockers, so.
Ooh, yes, we do.
2 of them.
Oh my God, this is perfect. Wow.
Nice little console.
Yeah, I mean, a couple more inches of legroom, and I could be set back here. Not too bad.
By a 7 Series.
Buy a 7 Series if you're chauffeuring. Are you a mode person? Like, do you like modes?
You know, I generally don't.
Yeah.
I kind of just prefer for the car to be one way and react predictably all the time.
What's nice is that there is a noticeable difference between them. Like, BMW's Eco Pro is actually, like, pretty useful. I don't know if I necessarily call it comfortable. This is a firm car, especially over expansion joints, speed bumps, or anything, like, generally really sticking out of the road. It really hits the whole structure pretty hard.
It does. I think it's just like a stiff car to begin with. Like,
yeah.
That's the most comfortable it's getting. It's not that much.
Sport mode's nice though. I mean, how could it not be with nearly 500 horsepower? And you can hear the valve click.
Yeah,
when
there
you
is
change
a
between.
very noticeable exhaust difference.
Ooh. How's the steering?
The steering is actually pretty lovely. I mean, you know, we've come to expect electric systems, especially from BMW, kind of offensive, but we're at the point where this is a 2019 model and they've kind of pretty much got it figured out.
Yeah, I don't know how many lines of code it took for them to finally get it right. Obviously, that's not brimming with feel. You know, this is a nearly 5,000-pound luxury sedan.
You do actually like feel things through it. Maybe it's mostly like engine vibrations and things like that, but like it's not the completely disconnected feel like when the F30 came out.
Right, yeah. We do love the transmission though, always a high point.
The transmission, that ZF, she is fabulous. You put her in sport, you dump, and you are gone.
It's crazy how fast this car is, yet so composed. I was giggling 2 weeks ago over a 300 horsepower Volkswagen, and this kind of just, it shoves you forward and almost like a more serious look comes over your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're just along for the ride.
That's actually a fantastic comparison. Like the GTI was rowdy and like playful, and
probably not that fast, but made me,
the
felt
sensation
it.
was fast speed. This thing, like like when you floor it and you're like, okay, it's quick. You look down, you're like, oh my God, I'm going 30 miles per hour faster than I thought I was.
This is a perfect example of sound and just sort of general environment and how much that contributes to how fast a car feels and how fun a car feels.
Absolutely. You know, we mentioned that we like this ZF transmission. The paddle shifters that are coupled to her are not my favorite. They're very much in that camp of like the steering wheel mounted paddles. They're pretty plasticky.
Are you a steering wheel mounted guy or a column guy?
Column mounted.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, but this transmission is fantastic.
The transmission's great. It's very well suited to the character of this car.
Absolutely. And this is the sport automatic transmission that you get with the M550i.
This is a completely different transmission or programming?
I think it's just programmed differently.
BMW's programming on the ZF is like the best out there, honestly. I think other than this being the absolute perfect road trip car and sort of like executive saloon, which of course the 5 Series is, it's in such a weird space in BMW's lineup. You don't really see many of them, and I think there's a reason why, because if you can afford this, surely you can afford the M5. I just don't really know. It's such a strange proposition. You reach right out and feel amazing wood, and then right below that you feel cheap plastic. There's an absolute monster of an engine in front of you that's nearly M5 levels of performance, and yet you're stuck with like the typical normal appearance package. You know, starts at 75, but to get the options you want for that type of car, you end up spending near 100,000. It's always like give and take with this car. It's very strange. I don't know. I think this car has perplexed both of us.
This car, it's a fantastic car, but
it feels mismatched.
The argument is hard. It's hard to make. Like the owner of this car was looking for a 540i and was talked into this car because it was sitting on the lot.
Yeah. And I think they're sitting on the lot because people are like, well, nearly $90,000, you know, either step down and deal without some of the options, or you're already shopping for the M5. And if you want the M5, nothing else will do.
All right, y'all, tell us, would you buy this, or would you pinch pennies a little bit longer and buy an M5?
Or would you just settle for a 540?
Let us know.
The ultimate 5 Series question. Well, thanks for coming along on this one, guys, and thanks to the owner for lending us his gorgeous M550i for the day, and we'll see you in the next one.
Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Hit that notification bell as well. Just be an ally.
Come on.
Bye.